Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. This morning we're discussing Level Up. It's a business training workshop. It's happening on the 18th and 25th of May. To do so, let me welcome Michael Baines, who's the Managing Director at Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, man.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Tell me about the Level Up workshop. What inspired it? What is it all about?
Prior to COVID, we have a tax and accounting firm, and we would have noticed in the marketplace that business owners, especially SMEs, they didn't understand the importance of their financial statements and taxation. So we would have sought to look to give them, education upon financial statements and taxation, so that they could understand how they could leverage that to get business loans, overdraft facilities, and credit cards. So it would have started prior to COVID.
Yeah. Now you say that, right? And I just open up a whole bunch of questions because I know that a lot of people would have tried to avoid taxation at any cost, not realizing that there may be value and benefits in doing it the proper way. Did you talk to lots of SMEs in that process to decide to realize what they were missing and what they weren't seeing as important?
Well, just to give you a background, Ruckus, is that prior to being Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, we were probably being tax and accounting.
Right.
And as I mentioned, dealing with clients and, dealing with leads and prospects and so forth, they'll just, when it comes to accountant, hey, unless the bank asking you for your financial statements or the board of Inland Revenue asking you, they just want for you to crunch the numbers and give them, hey, this is your financial statements. But we're not like that. We want our clients to understand what the numbers mean and how they could use those numbers, the data, to grow their business. And from that, we say that, hey, there's a lack in the marketplace for that. Let's do these workshops.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me, how does this what makes this workshop different from any other business training workshop that they have out there?
Well, with Google, with AI and so forth, there's information that is all around us, and power is application. So this is where we will take the business owner and help them with the implementation of the information, not just you having the information, but just like if you have you're looking to lose some weight, to have a fitness goal and so forth, you need to have a coach, somebody that is accountable with you. So that is where the difference is. Not just life is not just about information, life is about application.
All right. So you kind of hold their hands and walk them through the process to make them understand the value of it. And you said as SMEs, but who else are you targeting for these workshops?
We looking at businesses that looking to take it to the next level. They probably feel that they plateaued at a certain vantage point. SMEs typically, if you're looking at, is below $1.5 to $2 million. But even businesses that are looking to scale, because we are a tax and accounting firm, we have over 100 and we'll call it 30 clients, both locally, regionally, and internationally. And with that vantage point, we get to see what works and what doesn't work.
Okay.
And there are four, we'll call it pillars in business that we'll be going into the workshop. Those pillars are business strategy, all right? We're going into financial statements and taxation, talent acquisition and management, and sales and distribution. So we'll be touching on those levels. So you're looking at from, persons that are now looking to start in their business, which is a good time because you're fresh, you could have a solid foundation.
Right.
You're looking at folks that are feeling stuck and they want to break out of that
monotony.
Correct. And there are folks that, hey, you're doing good, but you feel that you could also be doing better. You want to take your business from $1 million in annual revenue to probably $2 to $3 million in annual revenue. So it's those that are looking to, take it to the next level.
Now, you mentioned some numbers there, right? And those numbers, I don't know, but sound like big numbers from my little perspective. But I'm wondering now, if it is your business, it's not even generating that much. If you're generating $200,000 a year, are you still Should you still be looking at this
Yes,
workshop?
because it's a program that that we have. So I'll just go through the first we call 3 levels.
Sure.
So for any business, you have to know that there's a we call it market fit. So you want to have where you have your first 10 clients or customers, so that hey, you do have a business.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And then you're looking at having a sales flywheel, so that you have repeated customers. It's
What
not-
is a sales flywheel?
so that your business on a repeated basis is not just when somebody feels like taking part in your service. It is a systematic approach of generating revenue for your business.
Okay.
So you have your first 10 customers, then you have your sales flywheel, where you have a systematic approach to sales, and then you have your standard operating procedures, how you go about operating your business.
Right.
Because a lot of business owners, especially SMEs, they're tied to their business now. They're chief cook and bottle washers. And to be able to really scale your business, you have to have system policies and procedures that are in place.
Does that apply even if you're a sole trader?
Of course, even if you're a sole trader and you want to employ others and so forth, you must have a system in place. And that is what allows businesses to scale.
I know you've been doing the workshops since pre-COVID, as you would have mentioned, right? Can you give us an idea as to, just give us one of the success stories that would have come out of it? Because I'm sure you've seen people grow their business from one place to the other.
Correct. So we have a client that, she has a pharmacy, and, prior to, being a client, she would have had, difficulties in, being able to take vacation. Plus, she was also a loss-making client. So we would have come in, do an audit of our processes, and I could tell you, we're in 2025 now. In 2023, through utilizing our systems, she has a family of with a couple of kids who are teenagers and a husband, and in 2023 she was able to take a 2-week vacation to Europe. And her business was still, functioning and profitable with her taking 2 weeks off. And last year, 2024, she was able to take a 3-week vacation with her family as well, doing an Asian tour as well. And so, how many business owners could, really take 2 weeks, 3 weeks off, and the business is functioning?
It doesn't fall apart.
Correct.
That means that the system is set up right and they're doing something right. So tell me, how much does it cost to be a part of these workshops, and how do we register?
The cost or the investment for the workshop is only $700.
Okay.
And the workshop would be on the 18th. Is running from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and this would be at the Shakona Hotel.
Okay.
And in Tobago, it's on the 25th, again running from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and that's at TITL Training Center.
Okay.
And if folks want to register, they could call the Level Up hotline. The number is 398-6739. Again, 398-6739.
All right. Well, Mikhail, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and I want to wish you all the best with the Level Up workshop. I definitely think this is something that all SMEs, sole traders, everybody who's running a business and want to get to the next level should definitely take part in. So give them a call, guys, and check out the workshops, whether in Trinidad or Tobago. I'm really happy that you're doing one in Tobago as well. So congrats in advance. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, sir.